Hey, welcome everyone to the Stadium Journey podcast. Thanks for joining us tonight. StadiumJourney.com is the website. That's the world leader in sports travel information. Social media, like, share, and follow us. Pretty easy to find us: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Threads. Wherever we are, the brand is consistent at Stadium Journey.
Yeah.
To check out our old episodes of the Stadium Journey podcast, just type in HIAC Talk Radio Network wherever you look for your favorite podcast. We'll be there. If you would rather watch the video simulcast of the podcast, that's easy too. Just go to Stadium Journey's YouTube page. Back catalog's all there. And if you want to be part of the live studio audience, join us every other Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, we're changing the clocks back this weekend, aren't we?
Yeah.
Changing forward. Well, most of us are.
Yeah, we're going forward. We're moving. Yeah, we're moving an hour. Yeah, we're losing
forward.
an hour.
Anyway, Monday nights at 7 o'clock, all across Dan's social media empire, Dan Law 83.
Social media empire. It's going to be added on to soon.
Nice. All right, so
are you joining that Trumpy one?
Trumpy one.
That Trumpy social media platform.
Oh yeah,
Truth? No.
Truth
Grinder?
No.
Oh, come on.
I've already tried building. No, they would eat me alive. Are you kidding?
Did you say Grinder, Mark?
Grinder?
Yeah, Grinder.
I've made that joke before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted to download it just to see what it was about. And I'm like, oh, it's about that.
I thought it was about sub sandwiches here in New England, but it was.
Yeah, I was very disappointed that it wasn't a New England cheesesteak.
Well, you could get. Never mind. Don't go there.
No.
All right. Gang's all here. Dave Cotney. Follow him at ProFan9. Mark Viquez is at Ballpark Hunter. The pale comedian Dan Colachico's here. Follow him at DanLaw83. And I'm Paul Baker. You can follow me at PuckmanRI. So tonight's topic: in the days long ago, before Major League Baseball took over almost all the operations of the minor leagues, there was this thing that we called the silly season. This happened every couple of years when all the minor league affiliation contracts came up for renewal. And what ended up happening is there was a mad scramble for everyone to get new affiliations and everybody to avoid having to go to Las Vegas. But nowadays, silly season has come to mean something a little different.
Logovember.
Yeah, that's better than silly season. Now, Logovember. It's come to be the rebranding of, it seems like, half of the minor league teams every season. And instead of just being the affiliated teams, it's the independent teams, it's the summer college teams. Oh, yeah. Everybody wants to cash in on that revenue and rebrand their stuff. So what we're going to do is spend the next hour or so, give or take, taking a look at some of these rebrands that happened this winter, and we may actually slip in a couple other sports too while we're at it. So, Dan, you've got some stuff, so I don't know if our viewers can also take a look at what we're going to be discussing. But what I wanted to start the discussion with was one of the more recent rebrands that came out. This is actually going to be a new team, a summer college team in Danville, Virginia. Because it's caused quite a stir, this new team.
Wait. Let me get it up. Go ahead. Right. I'm ready now. Sorry.
We've got the Danville Otterbots in the Appalachian League, but they're going to play in another lower summer college league and have two teams, and they're going to be called, I lost my picture, with the Danville Dairy Daddies.
The Danville Dairy Daddies.
And they debuted their logo with a shirtless buff bull.
It's almost like Roadhouse.
And you guys can see that, right?
Yes.
Ah, very good. Where is the Danville? I just saw it. I was
top
trying to zoom in on
top left corner.
I was trying to zoom in and I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean I think that's one of the, I don't know if that's the primary or the mandatory roundel logo, but yeah, he's got a little smirk there. Doesn't give a you know what. And apparently and what I like are the colors, black and pink, where one time baseball teams didn't have pink in their brands. Now all colors are not safe. So yeah, it's a good looking color scheme. I'm not a huge fan of the name, but It
Oh,
has it has made an impact. I think they sold hats in all 50 states already, and it was only released not even 2 weeks ago. It is I think on the 28th or 27th of February. It was instant cash into the Danville Otterbots or the ownership group that owns them. I should know the name, but I don't. I just did an article on them for the website, but it's huge. I mean, the hat collecting people that will buy any hat for 35, $40. They want the Danville Dairy Daddies because I mean, look at it. It's a great color scheme. It's a good looking logo. I
Hey,
like
hat
it.
people, if you want a Stadium Journey hat, I'll sell one to you.
Maybe
we got
need,
them. We got them in blue and in maroon.
yeah, we need a rebrand. We need to have like a mascot.
Yeah. I
Simon
know,
Studios.
guys.
Simon Studios.
Guys who are watching the stream, I'm working on it. Please be
Or
patient.
Logan Wheeling up in Fort Wayne. He makes good logos.
And wasn't there another team that rebranded with a cow kind of logo? I'm searching.
Yeah, the Dairy
for it here.
Daddies.
No,
Yeah,
there was another one. They've got a girl cow.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow! I can't.
Aren't all cows girls by definition?
That's true.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
That is true. Yes.
I don't get what the big fuss is about with this one.
It's you. So you like it or you hate it? I mean,
I honestly, I'm now getting like, minor league rebrand atrophy.
okay.
It's not that crazy anymore because everything else has been crazy. So it's like, yeah, whatever. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it's expected.
Yeah, if they wanted to be wild and crazy, they would have called themselves like the Lions or the Wildcats. Nobody would expect that.
The Panthers. That could happen one day. That could happen one day.
The Green Sox or the Blue Sox or something.
Yeah, Knuckleball Entertainment. They're the ones who operate the Danville and Burlington clubs in both the Appy League and the Old North State League, where the Daddies are playing. So yeah, they're the ones pocketing all the money right now for all that merchandise being sold. So and that's what it comes down to. A lot of these teams work on a very limited budget. The Appy League is not part of minor league baseball anymore. The Old North State League is something I think a league that began in 2021 that has grown to a lot of different communities in the Carolinas, and we're seeing that league starting to get kind of radical with not radical but unique with their names.
You kind of have to draw attention, and like you said, Mark, money.
Yeah. I mean, you got to operate.
So you know what? These rebrands, they've touched like all levels. I don't know if any of the major league teams are playing in a rebrand this year, but minor league baseball itself redid their logo.
Which
I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
Yeah, and it's
if you look at the picture,
blue?
Yeah, it's the blue with the 4 stars right behind the batter. The 4 stars are supposed to represent the 4 levels of minor league baseball now.
Nothing exciting.
There are 4 levels.
Doesn't that one just like show like it's the Major League Baseball logo with a different color scheme essentially?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't it just show who's boss?
Indeed it does. Indeed it does.
Pretty much.
Yeah, our boss, we are. You shall take our logo and like it.
Yeah, I mean, they could have got a little more creative with that. I mean, there's a lot of good artists out there that are making unique looks.
Here you go, guys. I finally have the picture working for the live stream.
But I think what Dave's point is spot on. That this is Major League Baseball telling us all who is in charge. And
wait, what? Sorry, guys.
But
ignore me. I'll shut up.
Exactly. But I mean, when you think about it, not all of us are going to get to a game. Not all of us may not even know what leagues these teams play in. But we may go online and maybe buy a hat. Maybe we wait for clearance. Maybe we buy the old look because those hats are on sale. Yeah. I mean, do you guys buy some of these wacky minor league teams because you like the logos, you like the colors? Is it an animal that you kind of are a little bit fond of? I mean, are you those type of guys?
Me personally, no. I'll buy stuff when I go to the game.
Okay.
If I visited your stadium, I'm not likely to buy a hat. Maybe I will if I really like. If it's really unique, I may buy it. But for me, my go-tos when I go to a game, a baseball logo, baseball memo to teams in the lower levels: get some damn baseballs in your stores.
Well,
I hate going to a game and all you got is hats and shirts and sweatshirts. I don't want to buy that stuff. I'm not
you
buying
think
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
buying a
don't wanna-
$70 sweatshirt. I want to buy a $7 baseball.
you,
$75
you don't want to
sweatshirt.
come up here to inter-county league baseball then, because you can't even keep the foul balls. You got to give them back.
Oh, well, do they sell the baseballs for 7 Canadian?
They don't really sell much of anything.
What
I
do
mean,
they-
Jackfish are totally different, but
Yeah.
That's why you do the old switcheroo. You bring an old ball from somewhere else in your pocket.
I know.
And then when you catch the foul ball, here you go, sir.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I've done
So-
that. I did that at UMass one time.
help me out here.
They're still trying to figure out how that ball got in their
Why do we have a
Their
minor
basket.
league baseball here?
Why is this a T-ball?
There's a Ohio
Um,
Valley League ball here. Okay, go ahead, Dave.
So help me out. You got this big graphic that you guys passed out that has all the
Kurt-
things on it.
Courtesy of
And we're-
Jason Moragas. Give credit where credit's due.
We're talking about minor league baseball. So outside of minor league baseball itself, that rebranded MILB, I'm looking at and I'm seeing 2 minor league baseball teams on here, like official minor league baseball. Is that it? Am I missing something?
The Rome Emperors,
Oh, that's
which
3.
I love.
I miss
love
Rome.
The Rome Emperors rebrand. What do you guys think of that one?
Oh, I like Rome a lot too. That's another Simon Studio design. That's excellent. If you're playing in a town called Rome, emperors inhabited after ancient Rome is excellent. Love the
But
color schemes.
they melded Emperor, Rome and Emperor Penguins.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's a great
clever.
connection. And I think initially people were saying they're going to be called the aqueducts after Roman aqueducts. That would have been awesome. A
That would've
duck
been cool,
in a toga. I mean, I want to see that.
That would have
I
been
was a little bit
pretty good.
upset at first, but no, that's another logo that when they reintroduced that brand from the boring Rome Braves, it just sparked instant. Here's my money. Here's my credit card. I want to get a hat.
Yeah.
It is good looking. It is a good looking mark, and the Rome jerseys, the O has the penguin inside of it as well. That's going to bring that team a lot of money, because when you're named after your parent club, the Braves, I don't care what you do to that logo, you're not going to be selling a lot of merch compared to what you can do now.
Well, that's not entirely true. We have heard like that the South Bend Cubs sell like crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're right. See what they did with their logo, and I guess the Rome Braves eventually did this as well. Yeah, and you're right, Dave. The South Bend Cubs sold much more than what the Silverhawks did. They made their logos a little bit different. They conformed them to the South Bend area, but everybody's a freaking crazy Cubs fan up there. So that's the anomaly. Yeah, that's a time where that works. But I mean, look at the Oklahoma City Dodgers. They don't even have a real logo this year. It's just some
Yeah,
kind of
so
like,
that one I wanted to bring up because it's like they're going with the temporary soccer method, where they are now the Oklahoma City Baseball Club.
should keep
Now-
it that.
Is there like some undertone here? Is there something like, because the Dodgers do not own this team anymore? Were they given like a cease and desist, you think? Or like why have a temporary deal unless they think that this is like a test run?
It could be a test run to see if they want to bring the 89ers name back, or maybe they thought about the change, or maybe there was a reason they had to switch and they didn't have enough time to make the full commitment. So they said, hey, let's make this like a whole year kind of a thing and get attention from it. It's the OKC logo is not anything exciting. I like it. It might look good on a hat. But some of the like how they brought back the old colors, and I like some of the word marks that they're bringing back. But it's a Band-Aid right now.
I had no idea that the state of Oklahoma was the same shape as a pot.
Yeah, Panhandle.
You didn't.
No,
Oh wow, they never taught you that in Canadian history.
no,
did
they did not.
Yeah, not something you would learn.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope that they don't stick with the soccer style name.
No.
Oh, they're not the
Oklahoma
Dodgers
City
this year?
Baseball Club. They're not the Dodgers anymore.
No.
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Oklahoma City Baseball Club.
Huh.
And
I
they
don't think I
brought
like
back
that.
the 89ers name. I know they're not going to go back to Red Hawks. I think that's something they stated. So, but yeah, looking at minor league teams, we got Oklahoma City, Lake Elsinore. I would say Timber Rattlers.
The Storm didn't really change. It's still the eyes there.
Yeah, they just kind of fix things up. It's nice looking.
Greensboro
Rome,
Grasshoppers.
Greensboro, yeah. So we got a few teams. I know one logo that I like a lot is the Fort Collins Foxes. I think they're in the Rocky Mountains Collegiate Baseball League. They actually took a hiatus last year. I didn't think they were going to come back, but that's a nice looking logo. It's a nice depiction of a fox holding a baseball bat. Good colors, like the little teal around it. Definitely would pick up a shirt if I went out to see a game in Fort Collins. And that's a very low level summer collegiate league team, and that looks like a nice professional logo, wouldn't you say? Because I mean, we're looking at this list here. Not all of them, you can tell some are like, eh.
Yeah, some really jump out. Well, let's talk about the Atlantic League because there's a lot of changes in the Atlantic League.
It's still to come.
First and foremost, you got the mustaches back in Lexington.
Oh, great logo, my favorite.
Yeah. Because they actually went away from the whole Legends name for a while, right?
For 1 year, yes.
I can't think of what they were called, but
the Counterclocks.
Oh, the Counterclocks.
Lexington Counterclocks.
I wasn't a fan of the Counterclocks.
Well, they had new ownership. Let's give it a new ownership. If they didn't step in, they might have lost the team. They made a lot of changes to the stadium and renovations and painting. Thank you for that, but you should not have changed the name. People were ticked off the minute they heard that. When I went down to Lexington this summer, I would ask everybody, hey, what do you think about the new Lexington Counterclocks name? Like, it's dumb. So now they got their Legends back. They got a great new logo. I love this baseball logo. I think is he Mighty Lex, or was that?
It's a twist on their old logo.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's another Simon Studio design. Simon Studio they knock it out of the park. No pun intended. But a lot of their logos I'm in love with. They're good looking.
And then you got the Lancaster Barnstormers, which I don't know. Have they totally rebranded to just become the Stormers?
Yeah, they're the Stormers.
And that's kind of a small one on our graphic here. That's like a bull crashing through a wall here.
Yeah, they have another one where it's the bullhead with like a lightning storm, like a lightning strike. And somebody said it looks like a D3 college athletic logo. I had to laugh because it did remind me of like IU Southeast logo down here in Indiana. But Barnstormers, I like that name. And if you look up the Lancaster Stormers branding, they do have a nice roundel logo that features a barn with a rooster on it, which I think that should have been the main logo. I don't know. The bull thing here is just, they want to be fierce and intimidating. I don't think you need to have that at that level. Just have a good looking logo that people are going to like.
Yeah, and Barnstormers kind of seems like it fits into the region better.
It does.
Central Pennsylvania.
Like, look at the New York Knickerbockers, the Trailblazers. They're not officially called the Knicks or Trailblazers. They could have kept the Barnstormers name.
And didn't I see another Atlantic League team here somewhere?
Yeah, you have the Knockouts.
No, they're Frontier League.
Oh, they're Frontier League. Oh, yeah. Who is the other Atlantic League team here?
I thought I saw another one. I could be mistaken.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah,
it's the Boxcars.
Yes, Hagerstown Boxcars. What is it with baseball teams and trains?
It's okay. I don't like the guy riding.
What's wrong with baseball teams and trains, man?
Nobody uses trains anymore, so why are all the baseball teams?
That's why baseball does it.
Yeah.
I love the Altoona curve, sir.
Well, yeah, but think of all the other ones like the Yard Goats.
What's wrong with that?
No, I mean the names are fine, but they're all like train imagery. So
Well, the boxcars is a plane, right?
is it?
Yes.
Yeah, the
I
guy's
can't-
riding a plane. It's some kind
Yeah,
of
I
boxcars
lore.
is
can't
the
find
plane.
them.
They released a series of logos that I liked. I don't like the primary. I don't like the guy
Oh, they're
riding
there.
the plane. It kind of reminds me of the Evansville Thunderbolts. It doesn't do anything for me. I like the colors, but if they're selling merchandise and people are buying it, then
So how does that tie into Hagerstown?
I guess that's where the box cars were developed for the war. They were
You got me on
assembled.
that one. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Let's modernize our sport by using 1940s imagery.
They always do that, like the Thunderbolt for the
What's
hockey
past
team.
is prologue or something.
Just like the South Bend Silverhawks. That was a car that used to be manufactured in South Bend, but it sounds like a cool name. So yeah, that's why you go with it.
Oh, there's another minor league one. The
Yeah,
Naturals, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals.
Oh yeah, they kind of look like the Minnesota Wild there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a rooster logo that I like. Yeah, it's nice. I never liked that name. I don't like Northwest Arkansas. I wish they would have called it the city name, but I get why they went with Northwest Arkansas.
What's the city?
I think they play in wherever Walmart's from.
See, that's why they call them Northwest Arkansas.
Okay, yeah, proves my point.
Thank you, Mark.
Fayetteville, Springdale, Rogers, something like that. There's like three
Springdale.
different cities.
Springdale, but
I've
but
never
it's
even heard of
essentially
Springdale.
Fayetteville.
Armo. They could have went with Armo. So,
Do not insult the Yard Goats nickname in my presence, or you will incur the internal wrath of Chompers and Choo Choo.
Okay, Greg.
Is that the nickname? That was Greg.
Those are their mascots. Yeah,
Oh, I like
That's
the Yard Goats.
The name is Choo Choo. That is brilliant.
And it's Chew, CHEW.
I know. That's why it's brilliant. Sorry for the listeners out there. It's as in chew, as in the goats chewing grass, eating grass. Choo Choo. Perfect. Chompers, Choo Choo. They're now my favorite minor league team. That was it.
I love the Yard Goats. It's just I was just making a point about train imagery.
The Walmart City fighting Walmart customers. Nice, Greg.
Yeah, the fighting Walmart customers.
The people of Walmart.
Tim Capper has been in the chat and he says the NWA Naturals alternative chicken logo for BP is amazing. Must buy cap, and now I need to see that.
Yes.
Hold on, I will bring it up here in just a second.
What's his must buy cap?
So is there word has come down that this is the last year for the Mississippi Braves?
Yes.
Yeah,
and not because they don't like the term Braves, but they're moving.
No, they're actually moving. Yes.
They're moving to Columbus, Georgia.
So, has there been any announcement on what that?
Not yet. They're paying somebody
identity would be.
No, they're probably paying somebody a lot of money to figure that out. They're doing surveys.
Wasn't there a team in Columbus previously?
Yeah, there was the Catfish a few years ago. That might have been a while ago.
I'm thinking of the hockey team, the Cottonmouths.
Oh, the Cottonmouths. Actually, Columbus did have some sort of summer league that multiple teams played out of the stadium there, but Golden Park, I think it's called. But yeah, they haven't made an announcement. Gastonia, that's another team in the Atlantic League.
Right.
They
because
haven't
the
made
Honey
an
Hunters, the Honey Hunters were banished.
They were banished, and I'm surprised they didn't go with Gastonia Baseball Club. Just, I mean, any day now. Like, let's get this going. And I think they may be one of the last teams to announce.
So yeah, Mark, you had mentioned the knockouts a little while ago. Now the knockouts haven't played a game yet. They've already rebranded.
Yeah,
they started what they did. They held one of those name the team contests. This is the new team that's going to be playing in Brockton, Massachusetts,
in the Frontier League.
In the Frontier League,
not the.
They originally went with the name Chowderheads. I guess that won the online poll, but it got a lot of negative backlash, and so they ended up after a couple of months. They hadn't released any logo or anything, but they switched from. Oh, we pulling up the Northwest Arkansas here.
Yep.
Yeah, but they never had a logo.
Right. They never had a logo. And I think one of the reasons they switched. I love that logo, by the way, Tim. You're absolutely right. That blue chicken there.
Yeah, that rooster is awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's the old one.
Oh,
I
like
know
those-
that I like that, and that's
I like
gone
that
now.
one better. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well-
that's a great hat. That chicken
And-
rooster thing.
And I don't think I noticed that baseball with the feathers.
Oh, there
That
it
looks-
is.
yeah,
I
there
didn't
it
scroll
is.
down before.
that's-
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that I do like that.
Hmm.
That's
wanna
pretty
Makes
sweet.
me want to run upstairs and get my Providence Reds hat.
I do. You know that new logo. The main logo's not bad, but that chicken one is. That's much better.
That's
I
very
love that.
Minnesota Wildish to me. That new one.
Yeah, I think they were going for the whole concept. of,
Minnesota
hey,
Wild. I
we're
don't.
Very natural.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very. It's almost the same picture.
It's got the same shape river. Oh,
Yeah. It's just not the. It's just a different north.
yeah.
Yeah, so you were
All right, so
saying
we were talking about the Chowderheads. I think one of the issues may have been there was an indoor lacrosse team and a very
Okay.
low level lacrosse team called the New England Chowderheads. The knockoffs
Chowder.
are going to be the Chowder Heads.
Chowder,
AH,
yeah.
not ER. They're going to be the Chowder Heads. And I actually, because I'm going to be doing the PA for them, I was actually practicing how to say Chowder Heads quite a bit. And then they went and switched it out on me. But anyway,
You
they
had
came up
to
with a new.
practice?
Yeah.
Practice.
I wanted to come up with the best
Practice?
way to say Chowder Heads during the game.
Chowder
WNBC.
Heads.
But anyway, they put out a new logo for the knockouts, which leads me to believe that was their choice all along.
Yeah, and
Because
I like it. Listen, I think that's a nice name. It makes a connection to the city with the
Right.
boxing champion, boxing champs. It just
for those of you
and
who
then
don't
you can-
know, yeah, the
you can-
knockouts. Brockton is home of Rocky Marciano and Marvin Hagler. So
Marvelous Marvin Hag, and I like the KO logo, so you can call them the new NEKOs or something, Necos. I think they can do something creative with that name. So there's possibilities there. I like that a lot. And I think the other names they had, Grinders was another name. They had Nor'easters, which I was talking to some folks from Florence Y'alls. They didn't know what a Nor'easter or a grinder was. So,
I actually like Nor'easters as a name, but
yeah. But yeah, I always get excited during the off season with these new rebrands and logos. They're exciting. Sometimes you wish these teams well, like, okay, make a nice logo and see what happens. And but then there's some teams they come up with. Then there's some teams that just come out of nowhere, like the Oakland Ballers. I was not expecting them, and they're the team that says, "Hey, if the Oakland A's are going to move, we'll just set up shop here in the Pioneer League," and they got a lot of buzz. Right now, they're moving to a new. They're not going to be playing at their original stadium,
Oh,
but
I
they
know
actually
them.
decided to be called the Ballers with the B's, kind of like a way to thumb their nose at the A's, which creative. You look at that logo, you would think that that's a farm team of the Oakland A's.
yeah, definitely.
Greg says that maybe they didn't take the Nor'easter name because there is a lower level soccer team in Ocean
Yeah.
City, New Jersey,
Orange City,
called
you're right.
called the Nor'easters, and I just brought it up so I could show it here.
No, you're right. There is a team. I didn't think they were still playing. That team has
One of
been
the
around.
colleges up here. is
they're
the
up.
Nor'easters as well.
They've been around for
Yeah.
like 25 years already.
Let me
Old USL ISL team from.
how do I
Yeah, that's
Ocean
always a
City.
consideration when you're going to rebrand. Is has somebody already taken this name? Have they claimed it as a copyright? Are we going to
Yes.
have to pay somebody off?
Well, that's why the Kansas City Wiz was the Kansas City Wiz. There was a team in the USISL called the Delaware Wizards. That was a soccer team, and yeah, they're my God. I can't believe they still play. Oh, come on, that's nowhere there. Picture of somebody coming out.
Oh no, right
Th-
above there is the logo. Here it
Yeah.
is.
They must
Apparently
play
they
soccer. I'm guessing.
yeah, I
it's a
said that.
soccer team.
Yeah, I know. No, I
Now,
just
you-
I'm just
you-
teasing
you
because they're
might-
big soccer balls.
if you're a baseball team, you might be able to get away with it, but yeah, that's actually a good looking website for the Nor'easters. I never saw.
So
a
they're
game there.
champs. So yeah, somebody on the crew knows how to take care of webs. You know what I'm saying?
So Mark, we're talking about stealing somebody's logo, and then you got what? The Mercer Mammoths over there.
Yeah, that's obvious. In all due respect, I don't think the Colorado Mammoths will ever know about this little team in Mercer County, New Jersey.
Man, all it
They'll
takes
just-
is one person.
Takes
to
one
tweet
person
at 'em.
though.
They'll just
One
wait.
person.
They'll just wait. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do? If you're the Mammoth, why would you do anything now? Because it's going to cost you money to do anything now,
Yeah.
and you're just going to get them to stop, right?
Get some money
If
out
they
of it
make
after a
some
couple years.
money,
Yeah.
We want a
Then-
percentage. Yes.
make a claim.
Well, I told Mike Olshin, I believe he's the owner of the team. They have a second identity. They're called the Jersey Jug Handles, a logo that I created. So if the Colorado Mammoths tell them to stop, they do have another logo and uniform set they can fall back on. Maybe.
So on this graphic, what is this terrible South Side thing?
Oh, that that's another poach logo. This is all from the East Coast Collegiate Baseball League. That was a team called the Allentown Railers. They actually played at Old Bicentennial Stadium. That was home to, I believe, Can-Am League team at one point.
Okay.
They moved and they're going with the name Southside. That is one of the biggest head scratchers to me. Why you dump the Allentown Railers name and go with Southside and just steal the logo from the White Sox City Connection jersey.
So they can play that Moby song like
That's exactly
On
what I was
repeat.
thinking of, dude. That's exactly what I
If
was
that's the
Here
goal,
we are
then
now doing to the south side.
There's a song I really like, and if we call the team this, we can just play it all day.
but if you notice, they also poach the Timber Rattlers name for the Pocono Club. Like there's 3 poach logos in that league. And I've told them, I said, these are poach logos. Why would you want to do that? The only one that's not is the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners, which is actually a very nice looking logo for that league. They did a nice job on that, even though I hate teams called the Miners, but you know.
Yeah, but how many high schools are getting dinged by major league clubs or whatever?
Yeah, cease and desist. You know, my old school district, Pike had the Arizona State logo, the Devil. What's his name?
Sun Devils?
Yeah, the Sun Devil logo. And they said,
Well-
"Hey, stop it. That's our logo.
Yeah,
Knock
the
it
Cape
off."
Cod League went through that. All the teams that shared a name
Yep.
with a major league team had to either change or start paying royalties. Except for the Harwich Mariners, because they've been around longer than the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, there you go. Screw you.
Haha, we were here first.
Yeah, that happened. Just like there's a team. What was it? When the Seattle Pilots had a team in Newark, New York, they were called the Co-Pilots, and they lasted longer than the actual pilots.
Well, that's not hard.
Yeah.
So we're talking a lot about baseball teams, but
Oh, yeah.
rebranding is not specifically for baseball teams. We actually just had a basketball team announce a rebrand.
So yeah, here's my thought though. They didn't go far enough.
Okay.
So let's walk on this journey here. So this is of course the Los Angeles Clippers,
Yeah, keep going. I got it.
whose history is
Tainted.
bleak. I don't think bleak quite covers it. Like you've got no championships. First of all, you've got no finals appearances.
Going all the way back to Buffalo, yeah.
Do they even have a division title? They might have a division title. You've
They
got
have
no
to.
retired numbers. I'm gonna say
Bob McAdoo? No.
No.
I'm gonna say fairly confidently you've got no Hall of Famers outside of like
McAdoo was one.
when
Bill Walton?
Bill Walton was there for
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they'll probably have some Hall of Famers that pass through.
you don't have any Hall of Famers who are Clippers.
Danny
Clippers
Manning,
first.
see in the Hall of Fame?
Who?
Is Danny Manning in the? No, I don't think he is.
The College Hall of Fame,
the
probably.
College
Yeah,
Hall of
college.
Fame,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was.
You're moving to a brand new building.
Where they
You're-
won't be the fourth tenant anymore, so that's good.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
where Dave gets passionate about the logos. Go
Yeah.
for it.
You're moving to a new building. You've got in your history possibly the worst owner in the
Oh.
history of owning anything.
March shot, maybe.
No,
Dan
I don't
Snyder?
know. I think
No, I
that's
guess
there's a healthy debate there. So
Steinbrenner. No, never mind.
why
Yankee fans?
why would you not start fresh? Why would you not say, okay,
Oh,
forget it. Clippers, forget it. It's not like you think of big sailing ships when you think of Los Angeles. And in fact, they weren't even the Los Angeles Clippers first, they were the San Diego Clippers.
yes.
Why not start over? It's not like you're leaving anything behind.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
It's not a Cleveland Browns legacy we're talking about here.
No.
They should have been the Braves.
Yeah, you're right. Why not start over? Why not have a name
Yeah.
that represents Los Angeles or just a cool sounding name?
Great point.
The
I know.
Xboxes or something, or wasn't he Ballmer, wasn't he a Microsoft guy?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. The
No,
Los-
Ballmer was no. He's
or was
Apple.
he an Apple guy?
No, he's Apple.
I have no idea.
He's Apple. 100%.
The iPads, the LA iPads.
Yeah, and I get it. It's like I hate the current
The
Clippers
LA
logo.
IMAX.
The new
Yeah, I hate
arena's
the-
down by the airport. You
Yeah,
call
but
them-
the airport's going to be kind of one
could
of
have
those.
an X in it. The LAX.
The LAX.
It's going to be
There you go.
$100
There
to
you go.
park.
I just did it better. Pay me.
You have, I mean, and you have the, I don't want to say they're tired colors, but they're not original,
They're tired.
right? Like, red, white, and blue. Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't have red, white, and blue? Like,
Celtics.
Flyers.
to me, it's a missed opportunity. You're not really like, I don't know. There's just no.
You had
Big,
you
huge
you
history.
mentioned the owner earlier, Dave, and you had the literal perfect opportunity to move away from that.
Yeah.
And you came up with a word, Mark, and a very nice but very boring logo. Tim likes it.
I mean,
Tim
I like the
Campers is
Clippers
very
logo.
cruise shippy.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's
Fine.
I like it better than what they have now.
What do they have now? Just an LA and
It's
a
the
C,
LA
right?
seat
Flip
with
art. Yeah, it's
in
a
the
really-
basketball.
it's
a
thing.
really
It's
odd
like
logo.
this. It's like this. Right
Yeah.
here.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the Clippers. Like, I think they have winning seasons the last 13 years. I didn't realize that, but they don't really make it that far in the
Well,
playoffs.
it certainly shows.
Yeah. And
I think they've only advanced to the second round like once or twice, actually, in their whole history.
and I think they have 2 division banners in their whole history.
Wow.
And that was
They've been around since the 70s.
1970 as the
Or they've been
Buffalo
around
Braves.
since the 60s.
Right. Well, 70, 71. So yeah, just about. And then, their history in Buffalo, they were like the third team in their arena, so they've
Yeah.
except San Diego. I think they're probably the
Just when you
first-
think minor league hockey or minor league baseball is a cluster F of logos and changing cities,
yeah.
look at the history of the NBA and your mind will be blown. It is
Yeah, follow the
insane.
Sacramento Kings around.
Follow the Sixers. Follow the Lakers. My God, it's a mess. It's even worse than the early NFL.
Yeah, I mean the Lakers only been to Minneapolis and LA.
That's 3 stops.
That's only
The
two.
Lakers?
Kansas City.
The Lakers?
No.
Yes,
Lakers were not in
yes.
Kansas City. What are you talking
No.
about? That's the Kings.
The Kings were in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Kansas-
hope I learned something here. That
Kansas City, Omaha,
and before that they were in Cincinnati.
Rochester Seagrams.
Los Angeles Lakers founded in 1947 as the Minneapolis Lakers.
Miss Lakers.
I was
Oh,
getting
no.
ready to hear Kansas
I'm
City.
sorry. They switched leagues. They went from the NBL to the NBA.
Yeah, they
I
did
was
switch
wrong
leagues.
once.
Yeah, okay. Well, it happens.
well,
We
Damn, I
make
was
mis-
I was rooting for you on that one.
I
Yeah.
know you were. I know. I heard that. I was like, I swear.
Yeah, but-
I was like, why am I confusing them with with Kansas City?
Well, remember when the NBA, it feels like a lot of teams rebranded in the mid 90s to these like really oversized, ridiculous logos, complete with oversized logos on their jerseys, which I hated. But
And they were
now,
all teal.
all teal. Like Detroit one day was teal with a horse, and the
That's
Rockets
right,
had
that's right.
Rockets had
Mhm.
like a spaceship with a mouth on it. What the heck was that? Or a rocket ship?
I was thinking of the Kings, by the way, guys. Sorry, Sacramento
That's
Kings,
okay.
Kansas City.
And
It
the
was
Kings
like they were like four. They were like in
Yeah.
6 cities.
And the Warriors are bounced around too.
You know what would be
Yeah,
funny
Philadelphia.
is
Yeah.
if the Clippers rebranded as something having to do with a bus. And they have like a little
Speed.
like they have like a little genie bus driving it.
Oh goodness.
I mean, I kind of want
Throwing
it
a flag on that
now.
one, Dave.
Yeah, I kind of
Well,
want
Oh,
that.
that'd
now.
be so bad.
There's your highlight of the show.
Well, if it's that's like with the NBA. It's it's like the logos that I couldn't stand, the jerseys. Now they're becoming popular, like the Toronto Raptors old logo. All the kids love. They love that dinosaur.
Dinosaur drilling the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, which it's
Go
not
Barney.
terrible. I didn't hate it as much as like maybe Vancouver's or
I
the
was gonna say,
Seattle.
there's much worse things in basketball. I like the
Superstar.
Raptors stuff,
Yeah,
and I hate the
Yeah.
Raptors.
yeah. But speaking of like one of the big four, we have we have some football teams rebranding. One of them is the New York Jets, and they're going back to a classic logo that I grew up with. The old
Oh.
The Richard Todd version?
the
The
Richard
80s?
Todd versions, yeah, the '80s. Ken O'Brien, Al Toon, back when they were
So the helmet that just says Jets on it.
says Jets with that like the
jet
T.
across the top. Yeah.
Well, yeah, to be honest, I always like that logo. I think
That's
it
a
looks
good
good on a
logo.
helmet.
And it's
Uh,
simple, and it has the jet in it.
It has the jet in it, the jerseys. I think every Jet fan's happy. Okay, finally we got some decent looking. I don't hate the jerseys they had last year, but
Happy.
they were.
You mix that with their color. If they keep that color, I think I will enjoy their uniforms.
Yeah, they'll keep the color.
All right.
If they can just make the damn playoffs, that's all we want. I don't care what you wear. Make the freaking playoffs,
One
guys.
thing at a time, guys.
I mean, the Clippers have made it 13 years in a row. About 13 years in a row. You guys haven't made it in 13
Hey,
years.
they could go out and get Russell Wilson to
Oh, Jesus.
fill their
Well,
backup spot for
be
when
nice to
Aaron
see
Rodgers goes down.
Be nice to
again.
see Sierra sporting some jet green, but that's about it. I can do without that nonsense. But yeah, it's I like how they're going back. I mean, it's almost the same exact jersey, obviously not quite, but it's a good look, and I think people like that growing up. And if they want to throw in, instead of having an all black jersey, why don't you throw in the old 1968, 69 era jerseys with the forest green, and you'll make everybody happy. So,
Who
yeah.
else is rebranding in the NFL?
From what I've been reading, I'm thinking I think Houston's looking to do something different.
Browns.
The Browns no.
Just kidding.
They're going to be the
I-
Blues.
I don't be surprised if Tennessee does something when they open up their new stadium. Not totally rebranding, like probably just changing the uniform, different color helmet. But I'm pretty sure Houston's up there as a possibility of doing something different. Well,
They haven't changed since they came into the league, and it's been a while now.
yeah, no, well, it's a good time to change.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of a boring looking color. I would love if they had a white helmet in the old Houston Oilers colors. That would be, because you're right. I mean, I get the flag is red, white, and blue, but it doesn't mean you have to have your jersey red, white, and blue. Like it's
Could they go back to the Oilers' old color, or
I
do the
think-
Titans own all that?
well, that's weird how some people say we own colors. I mean, because you
You
remember
can't own colors.
remember when like the Boston Bruins didn't want Pittsburgh to be black and yellow.
Yep.
And then Al Davis didn't want Carolina to have black and silver. It's like, really, guys?
2 teams in the ELF rebranded.
Now, if the
E-
Patriots would just bring back Pat Patriot, and the Buccaneers would bring back
Oh,
the
Bucko
Stop it.
Bruce.
Bucko
stop it.
Bruce.
Bucko
Yes.
Bruce. Well, no, they won 2 Super Bowls with this current.
There are Eagles fans that want the Eagles to bring back I call it the cartoon eagle because it's an okay drawn eagle from the Kelly Green days. I'm like, no, that's fine. You don't
Yeah, I
do
always
that.
always like that.
I like the E with the wings. It's very Philadelphia E. Letter wings.
Yeah,
Speaking
Houston.
of Philly, speaking of Philly, I don't understand. Is one of the reasons I hate basketball jerseys. It's the same thing with baseball jerseys. It's just word mark. Meanwhile, the Sixers, though it's simple, have a perfect logo. And it's nowhere on the jersey. And it bothers me. It's on the pants.
Oh.
It's on the shorts.
Come
It's
on,
the
let's get
the
real.
76 basketball. It's perfect for them.
Philadelphia can't even put their entire name on. That's how cheap they are.
That's the original. That's the original abbreviation, Dave.
Villa.
Yeah, it's the original abbreviation. That is also the original jerseys for the Warriors.
Do you know what I'm finding now about logos is
They're stupid.
when
Some of them.
Some of them.
when a new one comes out, it comes with like a 3-page document about
Yeah.
what each line means
Yes.
on the
Yes,
logo, and it's
true.
all significant.
This
So
ties
we
into
have
it. This.
The 3 lines that go north-south to represent the 3 owners of the team, and then the 3 other lines go the other way to represent hope and eternity and ice cream.
Yeah. Or they throw a little Easter egg in there. Like it's like when the Devils released their jersey. Yeah, the 3 stripes are the Stanley Cups, and the 5 stripes are the retired numbers, and the strings are what you find on a net. I'm like, oh, Jesus, come on, come on, Marty. Like,
Tim, these
just-
are
You want me to
These
buy
are-
a hat? I want to buy the jersey hat that says hat.
yeah.
these are very basic logos, Tim.
Which ones is he talking about?
He's talking about the European League of Football, the Vienna Vikings and the Prague
Oh.
Lions.
Well,
Here.
I
I'll
do
just
have
leave
to
them
tell
up here
Tim
real
Capper,
quick.
who's listening, if one team that I always like when they rebrand, or the Montreal Alouettes, the Grey Cup champions.
Alouette.
I like their current logo. I love the logo dating the French horn logo. I love the one they wore when they moved into Olympic Stadium. They've always had really nice kind of artsy looking logos of the time. So they've always done a nice job
Here's the
with
Vienna
their rebranding.
God damn
Now,
it.
is this
What
soccer
about when they were
football
the
or is this American
Concords?
football?
The
It's football,
Concords,
football. It's American football. It's fake
Oh,
football.
okay, that's kind of cool how it makes a V in that hidden space. Yeah.
Wait a second. Go back to that last
That's
one.
a very soccer-ish looking logo right there.
Yeah.
How are these guys pulling this off? Are they actually owned by the Minnesota Vikings?
No,
Like it's
Oh,
literally
okay.
the same colors.
they're
the same
protected by
name.
the.
NFL owns this league, don't they?
I have no idea. I talked to a lot of people about the EFL. It's one of the few leagues.
Or is
I
this
follow.
like the Bollywood movie version of football?
I do like
It
that hidden.
doesn't-
I like how the V makes a hidden spit. Yeah, that's.
It doesn't mention it anywhere.
No, I don't think it's owned by the NFL. I think this is a league that's kind of.
Oh,
started,
I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
I think they're making. They're getting some nice crowds, especially in the German markets.
It just looks like a
Yeah.
old medieval. the
It looks
Prague
like a
Lions
soccer
thing.
logo to me right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
See that?
Yeah,
I like
that's-
that. That's a soccer. Let's see. Looks like Lowenbrow beer, but see,
Tim
I'd
Capper
wear that
says,
as
look
a
at the
crest.
Ravens.
That's
Hal
a rampant
Carlton-
lion.
Tim Capper says, look at the Ravens. Hal Carrollton University has not said something and it's beyond me.
Yeah,
Why? What's Carrollton University?
they're the Ravens too.
Yeah, but how close is it to the?
Well, I don't.
They don't really look anything alike logo wise.
Yeah, I don't.
Somebody sued the
Yeah, but
Ravens for their
Somebody
logo.
designed a logo for them, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to
Yeah.
use."
Oh
this,"
yeah,
and-
Right, that was
They did
something
pay.
different then. That was somebody saying, "Hey, I already made this logo."
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ravens logo for Carlton's kind of unique. It's a raven looking forward at you in a
Yeah,
shield.
the new one's kind of funky. The
I
newer
like
one.
that. Yeah.
At least it's not the Washington Capitals crashing eagle.
No. No.
But you know, I having
Yes.
been around long enough, you know, Dan, you joke about the Screagle or whatever they called it, the crashing eagle. You know, they were with
Oh,
that.
yeah, what
People
is it?
complained about it.
What's the
Then it
Weagle?
disappeared.
Well, the
Then it
Patriots.
makes it.
And then they won it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it comes back and everybody's
Exactly.
like, "This is the greatest thing ever," and it's like,
the New York Islander fish sticks.
Are they coming back?
Yeah. Oh, Lindy
It's back.
Ruff's been fired.
That was like the Pooh Bear logo for the Bruins. It's all the same. Everybody,
No,
there's
Pooh
this,
Bear
there's
was worse.
it doesn't make everybody happy, but there's some people that like it, so it comes back. So a few
And let me
people will
just
buy
throw
it.
it out here. The P Bruins Pooh Bear is still terrible. So
The P
bad.
Bruins don't have a Pooh Bear.
No, the Bruins Pooh Bear. I just said I didn't
Oh.
mean to say P Bear. Pooh
There's way
Bruins.
too much pee and poo going on.
Yeah, there's too much
No,
pee and
but
poo.
you know what
Lost
it,
the plot.
you know what it is. I'm looking like 1987 when a lot of baseball teams were going more traditional with their jerseys, like Atlanta and Oakland, and they were stepping away from these pullovers that were multicolor, cream sky blue, or the Astros were getting away with their jersey, and that was part of like a little bit of my childhood growing up. And then years later, they bring them back, and you're like, oh, that's so nice. But that kind of what happens. You get a new generation of fans that are buying jerseys, that are buying tickets, that like what you hated at
You
one time.
tap
but
into the nostalgia, like you said,
yeah,
Mark. Yeah,
it's nostalgia.
absolutely.
It's like when the Atlanta Braves brought back the 1972 jerseys, the ones that Hank Aaron wore when he broke Babe Ruth's record. I always liked those jerseys. I thought they were just like really mod looking, and they have an alternative jersey based on that design, and you go to a Braves game and you can go online, you can buy that jersey, you can buy that hat as easily as you can buy their current set. So
The
But-
up here, well, they've got the Blue Jays are going with that, that goofy City Connect deal or whatever. They're up for that this year. So there are people like totally freaking out that it better be the black Jays, from the early Bautista
03,
era
2003
and Halliday and them guys. And it's just so bizarre how cyclical it is, because I'm like, those were terrible. They were terrible back then. People lost their minds. Like, what do you mean the Blue Jays wearing black?
I like them, but not for the Blue Jays. If that was a brand new team called the Jays, or that would have looked fine.
That was the other thing, is there was and I don't know if the team actually floated this, that they were actually officially going to drop blue from the name, and they were just going to be the
Really?
Toronto Jays, and that went over like a lead brick, and didn't actually happen.
I don't
I still
remember
call
hearing
the
that,
Ray-
but
I still
they-
call the Rays the Devil Rays.
yeah.
You know,
I
know
don't
we
see
weren't
anybody
talking
pushing
about
for the
them just
Double
now.
Rays name. Well, I guess they have brought that back as a
Well, they brought it
throwback.
back last year for the
Yeah.
alt. Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
anybody is going to go retro, it's got to be the Marlins.
Oh yeah.
They need to go back to the teal. I don't know if they can physically go back to being called the Florida Marlins, because
No,
that was part of the deal for money in
keep-
the stadium. But that the colors, the Marlin jersey, with the pinstripes and everything, like, erase this Derek Jeter thing. And
Well, it's almost like they rebranded twice since then, and it's like you had it right the whole time. Black and teal with silver. You own it. That's your colors. Nobody's going to say you can't have them. Keep the Miami name, but just bring back the white pinstripes, the teal jerseys, a black jersey, update it somehow if you want to. They were wearing a black jersey with black lettering and black numbers on the back. I mean, how freaking confusing are you when you're doing nonsense like
That's
that?
horrible.
And now we got to worry about the pants, the pant tails looking through
the
the
see-through pants.
the see-through pants now. So, oh wow, we're back on last week's topic, but
They're trying to attract a new demographic.
So
I
bad.
guess so.
Yeah, it's funny how all that hit the fan after we talked about it, right?
I
Yeah.
told you it was a good
So-
topic.
Did you see what the Fanatic CEO came out and said?
It's all
Well,
your fault.
No, he just said, we're doing what Nike told us to do.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah. We we didn't do it. Dude, the NHL is so screwed. Dude, it's so bad. I don't want to know. I hate it. Oh God, I hate it.
But
Ugh.
yeah, so a lot of cool rebrandings in the minor leagues, summer collegiate leagues, and also in with the Jets and the Clippers, and soon to be the Rockets. I don't know how big of a change that's going to be. But NFL teams change their uniforms. You always see somebody change it every few years, and people hate it because they're trying to do something different. But this is the world we
people
live
hate
in.
change. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the European soccer teams. They change their jerseys, their kits every year.
Yeah.
Every year, So
They don't even have the team names on them.
No, they just have the
No.
logo. Yeah.
That's why I don't
And
own
teams
a,
will, and then like a team like Manchester City, they'll create a logo. They'll create a jersey that's purple and yellow, and they'll have like designs on it based off of some club that was very popular in the '80s. That's where they get their inspiration from. So that's kind of leaking to the MLB city jerseys, with Boston and Space City and things like that.
Tim Capper said the Bucks digital alarm clock numbers.
Oh yeah, those.
Oh yeah.
Those
God,
are
the
awful.
Tampa Bay Lightning original paint smear numbers.
Yeah.
And
Or remember
they
the
were
NFL had those
friggin'
weird
huge.
collars? They had those Batman collars
no.
that look like, like the Chargers had them.
I
The
don't remember
worst was
those.
like St. Louis Blues and the Calgary Flames and the Islanders that had two different size numbers.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
So they had the one number that was big and the other number that was smaller.
That's right.
Oh, those were horrible.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Cooperalls.
sometimes
Cooperalls were awesome.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, Cooperalls were nice, especially in the roller hockey league of the 1990s.
Yeah. My wife went
Philadelphia.
off on a rant at the Bruins game because we were playing Hartford and they wear red shorts, and she just went off on how awful the red shorts are and how they should wear like dark blue, so they look like they're all
Rangers
wet.
were red.
Yeah, the
Red
red
pants.
shorts. What are you talking
Red
about?
pants, yeah,
Pants.
the shorts, whatever.
Shorts or pants?
Shorts.
Okay, because those are different. I just wanted to make sure. But the Rangers wear red pants.
Yes, and so did the Wolfpack. But she
Right.
went on this hilarious rant for about 10 minutes during a game.
They would look like a blueberry cone if they just wore the same color on the pants.
That's kind of my point, but she's
Okay.
not a fan.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to argue.
Just goes to show you can't please everybody.
Please everyone. No. And then there's the PAWHL with an entire league with no nicknames. Well, now I've heard that is coming before the playoffs now,
I have heard the same thing.
Oh, okay.
which should be great because, I mean, like
Unless
watching.
they're
I'm having a
unless
lot
they're
of
the
fun watching
original
anyway.
unless they're the original names they leaked out.
What was
Which,
the
no.
Boston one again?
Not
the
too many
Ottawa
people liked.
Alerts. What else was there?
I like the alerts name. I do like
Was
that.
it
Montreal
Boston the Wicked?
Freeze.
The Boston Wicked, the New
Wicked.
York Sound, or something like that.
New York sounds okay.
New York Sounds.
New York
Wasn't
sounds
somebody?
fine.
I don't remember all of them, and I could have been wrong
Here,
with the
I'll
sounds.
here. I'll tell you. Let me hold on. I'll tell you.
So, did we catch all the rebrands we wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen?
I don't think we caught them all, but I think we talked about
All the ones
quite
we
a-
wanted to. I mean,
Ones
it'd be impossible to catch them all. We'd be here for days.
I mean, I'll mention the Abilene Flying Bison. I think that's in the Mid America League, which is a new summer collegiate league in Texas. I think they've done an excellent job with their logo and their social media presence. They're blowing away the competition so far in that league because the Shadow Cats and the Marshalls have nice logos as well. But that's another thing. When you rebrand, you get to do fun things. You can call your stadium Sockville USA, and you can say, hey, we're going to have bison sightings. If you see anybody wearing our hat, take a picture with them and send it for like a free sticker. So that's another part of the rebranding.
That's like the knockouts. I can see us incorporating a boxing bell very heavily into our game day production.
If you see somebody wearing a knockouts, knock them out.
Punch her right in the face.
Punch them in the face, God. That'd be a nice.
It was the Toronto Torch,
Eh,
which is also fine.
eh,
It's fine. It's not
Yeah.
great.
mm.
Montreal Echo, which I think is really cool too.
Eh.
The Ottawa
Interesting.
Alert. I don't know why.
Well, that was the old. There was a women's team many years ago called the Alerts, not the Alert though.
The Minnesota Superior. I get what they're going for,
Yeah.
but with the Whitecaps,
Yeah, I feel like the Whitecaps was the nice
the
one.
Boston Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked
Horrible.
Hot
Witch.
Cool. Their full
Horrible.
name is the Wicked Hot Cool Pissa. and the New York sound, which I like. That's the best out of that
Yeah.
bunch.
Well, speaking of New York teams, we know one team rebranding next year, the New York Riptide.
Yes.
So yeah, slightly.
The Black
Yeah.
Bears.
Is that what they're gonna? They already have a name, the Black Bears.
Yep.
Oh, like that quick? Like they didn't do a name the team.
Nope.
Where are they
Black
going?
Bears.
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Done.
Ottawa.
We'll just call them the Alert.
There you go. Call them the
Call them
loggers.
the Alerts, plural.
Yeah, so no more indoor lacrosse in New York. I don't know who the heck even wants to come back to that market anytime soon. So
Apparently, they got kicked out.
for what? Lack of attendance, not
Like
paying
the building.
rent?
The building said, "Go away."
Ah,
Which might be a good topic for next week.
Oh, who knows?
Arenas and stadiums. Do they really need a team there?
There
Stay tuned next week, folks.
you go.
Same channel.
so there's our segue. Thanks everybody for joining us. I hope we weren't too unfocused for y'all. I thought this was kind of funny, even though we were all over the place. So
That's
we
what
were
podcasts are supposed to
We
be.
were technically on topic the entire time.
that's true. That's true.
And all
That's
sports.
what
not just
happens when you use a
baseball.
broad stroke.
That's what she's. Never mind.
Dan, where can
Mm.
our listeners follow you?
Dan Law 83.
Mark,
Everywhere.
any
Except
stadium
Brian.
journeys planned for the next fortnight? And where can our listeners follow you?
You can follow me at Twitter and YouTube at Ballpark Hunter. It's basketball regionals. We have Fishers High School versus Kokomo. They're going to be playing at the world's largest basketball gymnasium in Newcastle, and that place is going to be packed. 9,000 people, I guarantee it. I'm going to be there Saturday, so that should be a lot of fun.
It should be a lot of fun. Dave, where can our listeners follow you, and where are your travels taking you?
On the Empire at Profan9. Dan can have an Empire. I want an Empire.
You can have
So-
a social media empire as well.
It's not an
Yeah.
expensive one.
So we're into junior. Wow, all the juniors are starting playoffs. So I'm going to take in some junior C playoffs as I'm kind of hitting a bunch of spots for the first time. So I got the Woodstock Navy Vets. This weekend, I'm actually heading up to where my grandparents used to have a hobby farm. There's actually outside. There's a little town called Noelville. It's up between Perry Sound and Sudbury. And unbeknownst to me, they have a junior A team. So I'm going to make a pilgrimage up there to see the French River Rapids.
Oh wow, it's a cool name.
Yeah. And then it's on to the big TO because the U Sports Hockey National Championship is in Toronto this year. And I'm going to be there for the whole tournament. So I'm pretty excited about that. They're playing at the Mattamy Gardens, which is, of course, the former Maple Leaf Gardens. And yeah. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say the following week, which is technically after our next one, I'm super pumped to be going to the first round of March Madness in Pittsburgh. 4 games in one day. How exciting is that?
Happy birthday to you.
Yes. You only turned 50 once.
Yeah.
So you can follow that at Profan9. Hey, wait a second. Isn't it Mark's birthday today?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Mark.
Yeah, everybody thought it was my birthday today at work and wish me. They're like, "You didn't take the day off." I'm like, I'm almost 50. I don't take days off for my birthday. Does anybody do that? Except for Dave, who has every day off.
Well, my birthday was also in July.
Yeah. Oh, in July. Well, there you go. Either way.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, wait a minute, are you going? Oh yeah, where did I go on my 50th birthday? I went to see the Red Sox play in Texas, in Dallas. That was a mistake. That was hot as all get out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll do spring training when I turn 50. I have not done a spring training game. I've done a Cactus League game back in 1996. Unlike our buddy Ashvin Ladd, this guy, I'm jealous. He travels everywhere. Yeah, about hopping on a plane to go check out where was he? St. Louis. Then he's
I don't
in
know. He was
Phoenix.
everywhere.
He's everywhere. Oh goodness, the joys from working from home, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or
I
the
don't
joys
know.
of having a job that pays you quite well and not
Yeah, I
being a
guess.
teacher.
Let's see. You can follow me online at PuckmanRI. What do I have planned? I don't know. I've just finished up all my winter sports. Last weekend I went up to Maine to catch the second round of the D3 women's tournament at Bowdoin College in the hopping town of Brunswick, Maine. 1,500 people there for a D3 women's basketball game, and the place was jumping. It was nice. UMass Dartmouth unfortunately bowed out, but the tournament continues without them. Rhode Island College, right here in North Providence, Rhode Island, is a host this weekend, so I may head up there. Maybe not. I don't know. A lot of Providence Bruins games on my agenda over the next couple of weeks, and places to be determined. So follow me at PuckmanRI. And remember, you can you can find all of our stadium reviews, news items, feature stories on our website, stadiumjourney.com. Connect with us on our social media channels at Stadium Journey. Consistent branding across all the channels. You can find audio versions of the Stadium Journey podcast by searching HIAC Talk Radio Network, wherever you look for your favorite podcasts. And you can find video simulcasts of those same podcasts on Stadium Journey's YouTube page. And Dan Law's vast social media network is the place to be part of our live studio audience, or at least watch us as we record. So you can catch all the F-bombs that Dan so nicely edits out. And there were none this week. We were good.
I did. There was a point where I consciously decided not to say it. So, even you too can learn as you grow old.
Learn manners. Manners are everything. We will all be back in 2 weeks. That brings us to March 18th. Topic to be named later. Although Mark did sneak a peek at what we might be talking about.
I'm so ADHD, I've already forgotten.
As always, thanks everyone for joining us and for all your support. For Dan, Mark, and Dave, this is Paul wishing you all safe journeys and close games. Be safe out there.